Hey yo, what up, man? So let me hit this topic about May 27th, Errol Spence versus Kell Brook. Wonderful matchup. Wonderful matchup. 50-50 fight. Maybe 49, 49-51. Um Either way. I want to talk about, but first I want to talk about Errol Spence's hype. And every sport got their player, got their fighter, which they want to hype. You know, this was a star. Just like the NBA, is star-driven league, and boxing is a star-driven. You know, it's star-driven by fighters. Can respect that. But when hype goes wrong is when you need to discredit proven champions. That's when hype goes wrong. Because then for me, it discredits the whole sports at itself. And the people that discredit, like in other sports, is analysts that never play the game, analysts and such, and commentators and writers and journalism, which they they never play the game, and they want to talk down and tell this player is better than this player can't do this player can't do that. In boxing is different, and this is why I think boxing it's by casual, is the most delusional fans of all the sports. Is the most uneducated fans. And I'm not saying that the people that watch boxing is not educated. I think boxing itself, and I'm talking about reporters and journalism, the people that works within boxing, does not know how to educate the casuals, or even the so-called boxing heads that do really, really love the sport but don't understand it all the way through, but try to understand it. And it's hard to listen to these guys within the sport talk. And I just take it for example. I'm just going to take it from the Errol Spence's hype. I mean, there is a lot of fighters with hype, but I'm just going to take this example from Errol Spence. Now, Errol Spence is an Olympian, never won a gold medal, but is an Olympian, and he has great skills. But let's be very frank. Let's be real. Not the only hype, but I'm saying Errol Spence's highlight right now is Floyd Mayweather mentioning his name. Because I've seen this record before. I've seen guys knock out people before, early in their careers. Think about all the greats. And look at their record, their first 20 plus fights. It's a build-up. But yet, I am not going to discredit, for example, a Keith Thurman that has been proven, Kell Brook a champion, and call this guy, if you beat Errol Spence, then you're the best in the welterweight. Who has he beaten for him to be the best? For example, if Kell Brook if Kell loses to Errol Spence, then Errol Spence is the best welterweight. I mean, he only been tested once, so we just gonna look at Keith Thurman and be like, oh, he got 2 titles, has the better welterweight resume, but Spence is better. Eddie Hearn, the promoter, this is what I mean. Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Kell Brook, is gonna say this is the best of the best. Number 1, Kell Brook. Number 2 is Errol Spence. But yet you got a Pacquiao and you got a Keith Thurman, and what are they? And this is what I mean about discrediting. You're not building up the brand of boxing. You're confusing the casuals. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: the casuals is the one that bring the money in boxing. So you can't promote it like that. You could promote it. Look, Errol Spence is an up-and-coming, dangerous fighter. That's respectable. Up-and-coming, dangerous fighter. This is his first test. Because let's be very, very real. If Errol Spence loses with this kind of hype to Kell Brook, he was just another mandatory for Kell Brook. He was just another mandatory. If he loses this fight, he's just another mandatory. Tell me what you're going to put down on Kell Brook's resume. He beat Errol Spence. Who did Errol Spence beat? You can't even inherit a good resume. You feel me? For example, Keith Thurman beats Danny Garcia. In my opinion, the way I look at boxing and the way I do rankings is on my own is who you beat. And then if you beat the guy, let's see, Danny Garcia, who has one of the best resumes in all of boxing. I'm talking about for all the weights. Danny Garcia has the better resume than probably anybody. He's fight people in their prime. When you beat a Danny Garcia, you inherit his resume. Even though, you know, styles make fights and maybe Keith Thurman won't do better than Garcia against Khan, etc., etc. But Danny Garcia beat Lamont Peterson, Khan, Matisse. Keith Thurman beat Danny Garcia. So, you know, if you look at it this way, then whoever Danny Garcia beat, since he got beaten by Keith Thurman could beat him. So he inherits that resume. Even if Kell Brook beats Spence, and Spence is a great talent, great skills, I just think he's premature hype. You can hype him up a little bit towards skills, but don't hype him enough where you discredit the proven champions. And that's where I got a problem with. I like Errol Spence. I do not like the hype, which discredits other champions. That's the problem. Because then casuals just look at a bunch of videos and going to be like, hey, Errol Spence is the man. Keith Thurman ain't shit. And these other fighters ain't shit. Nah, you can't do that. That's not the way you build a fight. You supposed to build this fight. Boom. Kell Brook or Errol Spence, whichever one of those guys win, they're still number one guy. Maybe two. A lot of people don't mention Pacquiao because they feel like he's already done it all. Even if you beat Pacquiao, he's still going to be a legend. You know? But it's not about beating Pacquiao. It's about getting the WBO champion. And that's when Pacquiao come into place. It don't matter if Pacquiao loses to whoever next or wins. He's still a Hall of Fame and a legendary fighter. Way past his prime. But you need to get through Pacquiao to become an undisputed welterweight champion. So after this fight, for me, the number one ranked welterweight right now is Keith Thurman. So he is the best welterweight. He is ranked over in everybody's category. He is ranked over. He's probably in half of the people's pound for pound list, respectable pound for pound list. Probably number 9, number 10, number 8, and some. After the Kell Brook and Errol Spence fight, then a promoter like Eddie Hearn should say, we're facing the number one welterweight champion of the world with the best welterweight resume. Now you build up the fight where it's very respectable. It could be 50-50, but it's going to be respectable. Some others are going to like some other styles. That's another argument or another debate. You could say, Errol Spence, I like his style better than Keith Thurman. I like his style better than Kell Brooks. I like Kell Brooks' style better than Keith Thurman or Errol Spence, etc., etc. Name all the fighters. Now, styles is what you prefer. Styles is what you pay for. People love Mike Tyson. That doesn't mean he was better than Holyfield. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying an example. It's style fighting. People love Mayweather. People love Manny Pacquiao. While Manny Pacquiao is probably more loved in a sense, it's because he was exciting. His style. But that does not mean he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. So it's all about us taking responsibility. The ones that's promoting boxing, the one that got their page and it's journalism and analyzes it and put it out there for the audience to view and hear. It's respecting these fighters. All of us that do this shit, that talk shit about boxing, is not in that ring. So everybody out there that likes to hate any pages or whatever, shut the fuck up. Because you don't got the heart to be in the ring. I might have the heart, but I'm going to tell you like this. I don't got the heart to be getting beat up my fucking face to make some money. Sorry, I got more avenues to make more money, but that's not part of it. So I do give respect to these fighters, because after their career, they come out half of themselves. So all y'all dudes calling this guy bums, and shut the fuck up. You all bums. I don't care if the fighter is I don't care if the fighter have 16 losses. He still go out there and sacrifice his life to support his family with his fists. When somebody say, y'all make money with my hands, they literally making money with their hands. So if you like a style, if you like the style of a fighter, then say you like his style. That does not mean they better than this fighter. You cannot say this guy is better than this guy that has belts with the S, belts, undefeated, prime, and been ducked. Nobody is better right now than Keith Thurman. That's it. Now, if you like your style better, if you like Errol Spence's styles, for right now, I'm talking about the present time. This is May 20th. I'm talking about right now. May 19th, make it exact. We got to respect these fighters. So when they fight each other, there's not an excuse. If we call this guy, for example, a bum, let's say, oh, Keith Thurman is a bum, he's better than Errol Spence. Well, if let's say Errol Spence come and fight Keith Thurman and Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman, then what's his props? His props is going to be like, oh, but everybody knew he was going to be Keith Thurman. He's a bum. So that's what happens in boxing. And you got to keep proving and proving and proving, because everybody that somebody else's fight, they bums. They can't achieve anything because they bums. But if you go by it by 50-50, let's say the Kell Brooks and Errol Spence, damn, this is a 50-50 fight. Anybody could win, you know? This guy ain't a bum. Nah, I just like his style better. He's proven he's a champion. So when Errol, let's say, for example, beats Kell, he's earning something big. He's getting respected. He's climbing the ladder in a proper way. The hype is proper. It's not premature. It's a mature hype. After, let's say he beats, this is the hype that he deserved. Then, oh man, he beat Kell Brook. Kell Brook is an undefeated welterweight champion in the welterweight. Not mentioning the Triple G. So leave your comments. Let me know what you feel. And y'all expect more from me. Man, I'm the new voice. I keep it real. Man, the truth hurts ouch.com, because I probably hurt too many people's feelings and my approach. But that's just the way it is, man. Everybody get their opinions. Everybody got their mouth, and they say how they want to say it. I say how I say it. Hope y'all like how I say it. Yo, peace out. Have a good day.